Ladies and gentlemen, I have me some ice, a Devil's Food vodka, and one pre-chilled Jones orange chocolate soda. Wonder if this is even still good. I've had it for a while. Yeah, it goes bad in July. Orange chocolate soda is a Christmas flavor. Orange chocolate is a Christmas flavor. The fact that it looks like urine is not encouraging. Anyway, so I'm planning to post this very close to New Year's, because of course, you know, right after Christmas Day, in fact, is the end of the YouTube season. Before I go any further, let me remind you, I am a food blogger, and as a food blogger, I have things like this Jones soda here, and I need to use them up. And sometimes they're terrible, and I never want to drink them again. Sometimes they're wonderful, and I want to drink them all. And sometimes I step on cans because I need to clean up in here. And just one of those things that becomes an issue is that I need to pace myself in consumption. So I have pushed and pushed and pushed. I have a year's worth of content on this channel just about as I film this. Not 100% a year's worth of content, but distinctively I'm just almost there. I can start cooling down, no more than 2 videos a day until I hit that content for this channel, which is what I'm talking about here. But because I'm a food blogger, I have these things. I need to spread out the calories. I can only have so much. I'm bringing them to you. I drink them in these videos to pace myself. Further along those lines, for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I purchase one of these bracelets. That's from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. So if you'd be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Now, the holidays are the time that we let ourselves go. Okay? And we let ourselves go because the year is almost over. We're all tired, and back in the day, we had to fatten up for the winter. So now, the cycle of life, at least where I live, is we fatten up during the fall. We're supposed to exercise during the winter and spring, and then we're supposed to have our summer bodies where we look great, and then we destroy it all in the fall again. That's the yearly cycle. I mean, as for me, I'm a YouTuber, or at least I want to be a professional YouTuber. As I film this video, which is almost more than a year before I post it, I am not monetized on this channel. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Looks like by the time I post this, I will have 1,000 subscribers. But because I am clinically depressed, that's why I have this year cushion. And I mean, there are certain things I do where I want to have at least a week cushion. 1 week of material. And there are things that I want to do where I want to have 10 years of material posted. Okay? The 10-year things, like my blog, Richard Reviews Everything. And, Richard Reviews Everything is 1 year. Letters to Cassie and other folks, 10 years. That was actually the goal. Photographs of a Mad Richard doesn't matter. I try to keep at least a year. Keeping at least a year is what one does in that particular case. But, we all just need to understand that. But it's like I just pulled the card out of the camera. And I have no idea how much material is on here. The upward limit is around 26 videos. They average about, 3 gigs, I guess. So I pulled this card before it stopped filming. And what I would like to do every day, yes, every day, until I've reached my year goal, is lock up every card, meaning fill it to the point where I come in here and I'm filming a video and the card just says, nope, you're done. That is not a possibility. Okay. It's a possibility for me to do on occasion, but I've now got the fact that every day I'm pretty much going to be switching the card out of the camera, because that's what I'm doing. That's where I am at my point in blogging. And being at that point in blogging, you have this, now it's a daily cycle where it's like, for example, one of my YouTube channels, I review movies, all right? So with movie reviews, it is a point of schism. If you see a movie in theaters, you want to get that review to your public as soon as possible. So typically speaking, I would see the review late in the day. Okay, I'd see the movie late in the day, film the review, pop that thing, and get it into the computer as soon as possible in order to render it. If it's not a movie in theaters, I just don't care. Okay, it's going to come up when it comes up. That is what we refer to as the point of schism. The point of schism is when I have content that's scheduled and it's not fresh content. Okay, every day, I have to post something on that channel. It's either a food review or it's a movie review. And so long as it's food that came out in the last month or a movie that came out in the last, month, something still in theaters, you have a successive line of that, all right? But there's a certain point where, you don't do that anymore. Now it's like, okay, I see a movie. I see it as soon as I possibly can, as soon as I've seen it. I run home, I make the review, I edit the review, I post the review, and there may be 2 reviews that day. There may be a legacy film, and there may be a new one. That's just how it works. But essentially speaking, what I want to do is review 2 things per day on that channel, or in video, until I have this year cushion, so that if I get depressed, if I get sick, if I'm in the hospital, my channel does not die without me. Now, I also do celebrity birthday shout-outs on that channel, and the problem with that, of course, is that if I'm doing celebrity birthday shout-outs, it's really possible the celebrity could die in a year. I just had this happen to me, that the actor who played Candyman, Tony Todd, died. He died in 2024, a little under a month between me filming the review, which was the day before his birthday, or me filming the birthday shout out, and him dying. So a little less than a month before his birthday, the man passed away. And I hadn't heard about it, but I looked him up, and I was like, wait a minute, I got this sneaking suspicion that Tony Todd is no longer with us. And I looked, and sure enough, he wasn't. So that was that. And it was not a good feeling. So I realized with that, with certain properties like that, Random Street Theater, it's, you know, you want to be a week ahead of schedule. You're always a week ahead of schedule. You know, you might have things that are, well, the holidays, again, because that's supposed to be the cash cow. You want to be, you know, you have something for the entirety of the holidays. You may have a dry spell. You always want to have a reserve of things that you can post just in case. I mean, you know, it's one of those things. It's Charles Schultz, the man that did Charlie Brown. The last time he drew a Charlie Brown comic was the day he died. All right, and that was because he was a professional cartoonist, and that's what he did for a living, was draw comics. So it's every day you draw a comic. Well, if I made a living as a comiteur, as a cartoonist, I could do that too, you know, but I can't. And I don't know, maybe Schultz did not make a full living at it. Maybe he did other things. Maybe, I've never been a big Schultz fan, although I love Charlie Brown. But maybe he had more of a career. Maybe he was actually retired and just drew Charlie Brown at that point because he wanted to, not because he needed the money. That's a possibility. You know, not a great possibility, but it exists. But I tell you this much. If you could snap your fingers and make my dreams come true, and, you know, it's like, okay, Richard, you're now going to be a paid cartoonist. You're going to make $50,000 a year on drawing cartoons. It would probably still be a struggle for me. You know, at a certain point, of course, you know, it's like if I were I could rent a studio or hire people to come, you know, help me clean my house and stuff like that. Like if I'm making, you know, $200,000 a year, as I film this, I don't know what inflation's going to do. Yeah, okay, I don't think I'd be struggling to get comics drawn anymore. But I don't think there's a cartoonist that does still comics that does that. There may be animators that make $200,000 a year, but no one who draws comics. And even the act of physically drawing comics is a dying art. Anyway, so thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm Richard. Who should be commenting, liking, and subscribing? You should be commenting, liking, and subscribing. Danger Ducky says, if not you, then who?